All right, here we go. This is the 81 300 TD wagon. The bunt wheels, quite frankly, could use a respray. That's something that you can do. There's, again, a number of tutorials online on how you can do it with a rattle can. It's pretty easy repaint. And these spots you see in the driveway are not from this car, just other adventures we've had. A little bit of crazing in the paint. I don't know if you can see that or not, but again, just really hard to find any rust at all. If I could find some, I'd show it to you, but you can see a little bit of crazing in the headlight doors. Front bumper, of course, you're going to have, after 32 years, have a few nicks on that. Grill's in good shape. A little bit of burnishing here. This star feels a little rough to me, probably from the Florida atmosphere. Those, again, are pretty easy to replace. I think they're about 40 bucks. Oh, let's see. Coming around the side, not a whole lot to show you. Again, the wheels could use a repaint. Looking for nicks. No pun intended. Looks pretty good. As I said, all the brushed stainless is in just excellent shape. The roof, as I said, I know it's been painted. You can just tell from some of the masking around the rubber parts. But I'll tell you, as far as the paint, finish, shininess, and quality, you'd never know, that's for sure. It's just got a great finish to it. I'm walking around the side here. Not a whole lot to show you. There's a scrape here from some adventure that before my time. But you can see, I hope you can see up in the wheel wells, there's just no... Back here is typically where they start rusting, and there's none of that whatsoever. Around the back, and there's two marks related to each other. There's a little scrape in the trim, the right work there, and then there's an identical one over here on this side. So they must have had some, then two little tiny marks here. So they must have had some bikes or something strapped back there. Still got the City of Naples beach parking permit on it, which is pretty cool. I got a little Folk Alley sticker here that comes off. And I think that's about it as far as highlights on the outside. We'll start it up here. If I can find the key, that would help a lot. There we go. Wait for the light to go off. Starts up pretty quick. It's running a little rough until it gets warmed up, and that tells me it needs a valve adjustment. That's routine maintenance. Every 15,000 miles it should have a valve adjustment. You can do it yourself. There's only one part you have to buy, and it's real cheap. It's the valve cover gasket. But it's some labor, so you know it's going to be probably a couple $100 in an independent, and more at the dealership. But boy, when you get a fresh valve adjustment, it just runs like a top. Starts right away, hot or cold, and it's a beautiful thing. This sounds to me like it's about ready, because it stumbles a little bit for the first minute when it's cold. But as I said, that's routine maintenance. Let's go around under the hood here. I'm not sure where it is. I'll tell you, typically you'll have rust here, and this just doesn't have it. I mean, all the typical spots where the rust goes, this just does not have it. This has been converted to 134, the AC. If you really wanted to get fancy, you could give the air cleaner cover a paint job. Battery's fairly new. Certainly in good shape. The hood pad's in good shape. That sometimes typically goes. All the belts I put on recently. So all the fit and finish of the seams is good. And Now we're getting some sun coming out too, so you can kind of see the condition of the finish. So I think those are really all the highlights. I mentioned in the ad the struts for the hatch are going to need to be replaced. They're just not quite strong enough to hold it up. There's the typical sun burnout of the carpet on the spare tire, but the rest of it's in pretty good shape. There's the struts, and like I said, the netting in the back of the seat. The back seat looks like nobody ever sat in it. I mean, it's just in spectacular condition. So that to me tells me the mileage is correct, and the record's verified as well. So I think if you have any other questions or something comes up because of this video, just give me a buzz back. But I think I've covered just about everything. Oh, you probably want to see the tailpipe with the engine running. There just isn't any smoke coming out of it. So I don't think you have a problem with that emissions deal. And that's it.